Small James. Here's my week 1 of cutting. This is shoulders right here. We don't necessarily worry about the weight. The thing that we're worried about is making sure that we can lift 300 pounds, how we can lift 5 pounds. We want to make sure we're taking that same range of motion, that same tension, and that same motion. So right now we're going to start with standing shoulder presses. With standing shoulder presses, you want to just make sure that your feet are parallel, make sure they're shoulder parallel, shoulder width, and you don't want to bend your back, anything like that. So, doesn't matter the weight, we're going to make sure we're doing 3 sets of 12. Get up. Like going up, you don't want your shoulders, you don't want your elbows to bend. You want to get that little pause right there. When I was lifting, I gave a little pause, but I didn't completely bend the shoulders. I made sure I kept the tension on the shoulders and keep it back up. You want to make sure you're getting that full range of motion each and every time. Next workout, we're going to do upright rows, wide. We're going to make sure you spread your hands wide. The reason why we spread it wide because it's focusing more on your deltoid and your outside, pretty much your front and your outside leg. Okay? When you shoulders move apart. Again, it doesn't matter about the weight, you want to just make sure you're pausing at the top, making sure that you're not releasing tension from the shoulders, and you're just going up, making sure you're doing 3 sets of 12. This next workout we're going to do seated lateral shoulder raises. The difference with my shoulder raises, I make sure that I have palms like this. That's how I keep my palms. You can focus strictly on the deltoid calf. Nothing more. This is how you do it. As you notice, when I was going up, I can't go all the way up, but it's still keeping that tension right on that deltoid calf. You're going to keep it right on that deltoid calf. So the only thing that's different, and you don't need a lot of weight, is just the variation. The variation with the palms is making it a little bit more difficult to get that extension. So we're going to do seated raises, frontal raises, with a little twist. So again, it doesn't matter about the weight. You want to make sure you can get something that you can do, and make sure you get the full range of motion. So this, straight out, bring it in. That squeeze. Bring it in with that squeeze. Squeeze. Again, you want to make sure you're doing 3 to 12 reps. That squeeze, when you break that squeeze, you're going to feel it right in your front delt. And that's what we're focusing on. The first 2 workouts, we're focusing on the front. These last 2 workouts, we're focusing on the medial and the front. So now we're about to get to the rear. Next workout, we're going to focus on the rear delts. We'll do a row pull with the pegs. Pretty much just place your hands right here. It'll kind of be a slight bend. get. You want to make sure when you're pulling, you're getting that squeeze, you're getting that muscle-mind connection every single time. You want to make sure, slow and concentrated. If you start jerking, you want to just lower the weight. It's not ego, we're not ego lifting right here. You want to make sure that you're working for that muscle conditioning. You want to get that definition, you want to get that size. Because that size only comes with that definition. You don't have to be super big to look really good. Okay, so what we have right here is this is what's called gauntlet. At the end of every workout, I always like to have a finisher. A finisher that's not only going to just damage the shoulder, but every part of the shoulder. So first, what we're going to start off with is rear delts. We're going to use the curl bar right here. We're going to do reverse rear delts. I'll show you that in a minute. Then we're going to do upright rows with the plates. And with the plates, we're going to make it 20. Then we're going to do shrugs with the plates. And with the shrugs, we're going to do 10 forward, 10 back. We're going to do rear delts again. And we're going to come back with the shrugs, come back with the upright rows, and then finish off with the rear delts. Then this gauntlet, we make sure we attack the front, middle, and rear. The reason why we emphasize on the rear and added an extra rear is because we only get one rear workout throughout the entire shoulder workout. So usually, I'll switch off, depending on the day, depending on the week, we'll gradually increase weight, and we'll increase different varieties of workouts. And we're also gonna, either one day, we'll focus on the front, focus on the middle, and focus on the rear. Now today we didn't really focus on the rear too much. Next week, that's when we're gonna hit the rear hard, and then focus less on the front.